Focus Up Show every Saturday, 9 a.m.
Tap in or tap out. Boom, boom, boom. Top of the morning, y'all. How y'all doing?
Good morning. Good morning.
Morning.
Good
Top
morning.
of the top.
Yes,
Morning.
yes, sir. El Pooh, Mr. El Pooh, how was your week?
It was great, man. I'm still here. I'm alive. I'm ready to go.
That's what it is, Mr. Nice Guy. How was your week?
Pretty straight, man. Just pushing through.
That's what it is. First lady, how was your week?
It was busy. I survived it. Thanks for asking.
That's what's up, Mr. X. How
What
was your
up? What
week?
up? I had a wonderful week. Just coming off a vacation down here in Miami. Went on a cruise with the wife and some other couples and things like that. And I'm having a great time. I wasn't able to keep up with the stories and the latest news and stuff like that because I didn't buy the Wi-Fi package. So but
That's what's up.
I just came on the show, so I'm just here to contribute my good looks to the show today.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. My week was blessed. I can't complain myself. But we're gonna jump into the Focus Up show. Today's November the 19th, 2022.
And also, let's address the fact that our brother, Walk, he's not here. He'll be back. He has some things to take care of, some wounds to lick, but
That's what's
he'll
up.
be back.
That's cool. I can't let you do that to Walk. Walk is on a vacation. He's on a cruise himself, so he ain't looking no.
That's right. That's right.
He
He'll be back with
reflected.
us next week.
Hey, sometimes you got to take care of yourself to think about some stuff. Work it out how you got to work it out.
So you gotta get away, huh?
Man, oh man.
I think the first thing you should speak on, bro, is like I said, this is Thanksgiving week for us. We ain't gonna be here next week, so next time we see y'all, Thanksgiving would have been passed by. So let's kind of speak on that a little bit.
Oh, wait a minute. What? Focus Up is taking a holiday off? What? Is that what we do?
He's saying the holiday will take place between the shows. He was not saying that we're taking off.
Oh, okay.
So he's like, this needs to be addressed because it's coming up. It's a big deal. So.
Okay.
See me, for example, I'm not a holiday person, and most of that stuff is like pagan ridiculousness, blah 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 blah. But Thanksgiving is the one opportunity for family to get together and eat, and not deal with any of that stuff. Get 2 days off. I fully support that.
Okay, I hear you. I hear you.
Any time off work is some good time for me. So, I grew up. Thanksgiving was one of the main things in the year I look forward to. So, eating and all that, yeah, I'm all for it.
Okay, cool. I take advantage of the time off myself, enjoy the family, and that's about it. But I ain't sitting there giving thanks to what they giving thanks to,
Pilgrims.
Yeah. Ain't no special prayers going on and nothing like that. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Just blessed to be around family that's all around me and stuff like that.
And truth be told, I'm thankful for every day that I wake up. So,
right,
ain't no special one day that I should be thankful for. I'm thankful for everything that's going on. I'm thankful for life. Thankful for family. I'm just thankful. And I do want that food Thursday. And my sister Dion, make sure you have that macaroni and cheese for me. We're gonna have a problem.
Cool. First lady, what's your feeling on it?
You guys don't have to cook and you don't have to clean and you don't have to do all the extras. No, it is an extra day for us to bond with our loved ones, chill, watch football game, play cards, slap some bones, and gain an extra 5 pounds. So why not enjoy the day?
Okay.
That's what's up, y'all. Well, we're gonna jump into the Focus Up show. Like always, we appreciate you guys tapping in this morning, and we're gonna jump into Shanquella Robinson.
Shanquella Robinson.
Shanquella Robinson. Look, I got that wrong already. Shanquella Robinson. I don't
Yeah,
know if you
okay.
guys are familiar with the situation at hand.
Yeah, okay. So this sister, it was her best friend, and 5 other females went on a female getaway in Mexico. And somehow, within 24 hours, she ends up dead. Not only that, video comes out of showing her getting brutally beaten naked. So
Damn.
the question is, how, you sitting here to be going to get away to celebrate, and somehow you get into some petty thing enough where it gets to that type of ridiculousness of violence, especially to the basically what ultimately results in murder. There's some big problems there. And some people, if that's my family, some people are gonna have to answer to me. Matter of fact, everybody's gonna. If that's your best friend, you can't just let your best friend get beat up like that. It's a ridiculous story, and my condolences to the mother, to the family, and we're definitely looking for some type of justice.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Your kid, your daughter, sister, cousin goes out of town with friends on a so-called vacation. You know, who's to say it wasn't premeditated? Because when something like that happens, a flash fight, flash squabble, whatever the case may be, homies is gonna break it up. You know, first of all, we on a vacation. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna let y'all fight and ruin my vacation. You know what I mean? So you kind of wonder, was all that premeditated? You know what I mean? It just didn't seem natural. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like the idea of somebody's daughter going on vacation, then they're not making it back alive, and she's supposed to be with her best friend and all that. You ain't supposed to let your people succumb to no mess like that, and you got to be mindful who you're around and things of that nature. Because I know for myself, a few maybe 10 years ago, I went on a family vacation, not with my family, but with family members like brothers, cousins, and things like that, and a fight broke out. My take back then was, hey, let them squabble it out. They grown men. But now I regret it. I wish I would have intervened because I was like, I'm not gonna be the dude that try to break up a fight and get sucker punched. But at the same time, I'm not gonna be the one that's gonna record that. The person that recorded it should be ashamed of themselves, and all those people that was there just let it happen should be ashamed of themselves. And she died. In addition to that, and they did that for what the story the news article that I read or saying they hold on, the plane coming over. The news story said that they initially lied to the parents and the FBI or to the police, and I think that's doing a grave disservice to your so-called friend if you're gonna sit there and tell lies to the family and to the police about what happened to their daughter. That's a damn shame, and those people something some law needs to be happened to upon them, placed upon them.
Like I said, if it was like a flash fight, if it is what it is, it is what it is. Why everybody got a different story? You know what I mean? And that's what makes it suspect. That's why I say it seems like it was kind of premeditated. Like everybody kind of knew, or if not everybody, them two parties that was involved kind of knew what was going to happen. You know what I mean? Because like I said, just out of the ordinary, you just out of the blue, you just start recording something like that happening.
And she's naked. I mean, you just, it's you didn't have no respect for her to be recording her naked. But obviously, I mean, they're saying that she was like drunk, or that was the excuse before. So it's like that's two issues. You're talking about recording a drunk naked person, and then it's
Yeah.
a fight breaking out, and she ends up with a broken neck, broken spine, and y'all just trying to front like it's just alcohol poison. I mean, so
Yeah.
like I said, everybody has to answer. The friend, the 5 others. I don't need no investigation. I have all the information I need. I'm just gonna have to deal with what I'm gonna have to deal with. I'll leave it at that.
Okay. Man.
First lady, you got something?
My condolences to the family. There are so many unanswered questions. One, I want to correct that was not a fight. That was pure bullying. Anytime a person is not hitting back, that's not considered a fight. That person was just attacking that young lady. The guy that's recording, he's just a bag of poop to me. He should never have recorded it. He should have tried to intervene and broke up the fight. It does seem like it was something that was pretty much planned. I'm so sorry that had to happen to that young lady, but I am glad the video got released so the parents can know that there's more to the story. Although the autopsy report showed that it was not alcohol poisoning. So the video being out there is a good thing for the family. Unfortunately, it's circulating through social media, and to record that young lady while she was naked, it is sad, but that video shows a lot, and it is helpful to the family. It's sad. Those are not friends. If those were her friends, best friends, or whatever, I can only imagine what her enemies were like.
Man,
Facts.
man, real talk.
I can only close this up with one thing. I'm always quoting songs. They always, make sense. Rakim said a long time ago, friends are hard to find, so be careful.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Right. So we send our condolences to the family here at Focus Up Show, and hopefully those parties that's involved, get what they deserve, and
That's right.
may she rest in peace. You know what I mean?
Right.
We're gonna move on into our first topic of the day. Is marriage a bad deal for men?
Is marriage a bad deal for men? Oh,
Mm.
snap. Well, me being married for 24 years, just celebrated my anniversary this past week.
That's what it is.
I'm going to say, listen, it can be a bad deal if you get the wrong person, the wrong woman. It'll be a bad deal. But for the most part, I think it's a good deal if you got the right woman. That's how I look at it. I got some more on it, but I want to hear Mr. Nice Guy what his radical take on this is. And I got Mr. El Poo, if you could cue up that bell, we gonna have it out. We gonna have it out.
Well, no. My radical take's probably more on the subsequent subject matter. But as far as it being a bad deal for men, like you said, it's true. It's fundamentally, you get what you bargain for. I actually fundamentally think that, marriage in general is actually kind of a bad deal just because, they don't last. And it's really a function of the people that involved. So it's not a knock on the institution. It's a knock on the people that get into that institution at the time that they choose to get in that institution. If you're not ready for it and you're walking into it, it's not a surprise that when it blows up down the stretch, because the numbers are terrible. I mean, relationships just fail. It's amazing how in the beginning you can just have all that love and just you think the world of this person, and at the end of it, it's just a completely different situation. So I think that fundamentally it's you really need to fine tune who comes into this to make sure that you're at that point. Get out what you need to get out before you get into that. But it's an absolute great tool for raising a family if you guys can be on the same page.
I back that up. What you said, Mr. Nice Guy, that's true. But at the same time, men, if they're not ready to settle down, it's definitely a bad deal. If you're not ready to settle down, don't do it. But at the same time, it is a good tool to raise a solid family. If both parties are willing to go above and beyond for that relationship, because a lot of parties just tend to say, oh no, you got one strike, it's over. And when it comes to being married, I think it should be more than that. Man and boyfriend, girlfriend relationships, that's a big difference. But when you take that oath, till death do you part, you should at least try to get to that death do you part. You know what I mean? And see that your family is doing the right thing, to raise those kids, because it takes two parties, man, to raise a family.
We got a comment from Miss Pamela Baxter. Marriage is no less, more than any relationship. A friendship is not the same as a love ship. Okay, I put the link in the chat. If anybody wants to join the show and speak on it, we giving y'all an opportunity to speak your piece and talk about this marriage. Marriage, a bad deal for men. I know we got First Lady El Pooh, but let's build on upon this and get some ideals going. Why would somebody even ask? Is it a bad deal for men? What where men losing at? When it's a bad deal, where we losing? We got a woman who ain't cooking and cleaning, when she ain't walking around barefoot. Is that what make it a bad deal? Huh? What makes it a
50%,
bad? What makes it a bad
50%,
deal? Fifty
half,
percent.
like Eddie
Oh,
Murphy said.
she get 50%. So we don't want the woman getting 50%. Okay, so it's a bad deal if she comes in and takes 50% of what you make it. Come on, First Lady, what you feel? Is it a bad deal? You being a woman?
Just gonna quote what Judge Judy would say. You picked her. So if you picked the wrong one, then that's on you. It's only a bad deal based on how you feel.
It's only a bad deal based on how you feel. You feel
So
like you got. So you saying if you feel like it's a bad deal, it's a bad deal. You like, hey, when I married you, I was expecting sex 3 times a week, and you talking about no tonight again? Oh, this is a bad deal. Come on, man. Come
it's
on.
only a bad deal if the guy is in it for the wrong reason. Like if you just got married just because, and that's not really where you want to be. Your player card is not laid down. You still issuing out cards to other women, then it's a bad
Oh,
deal for you. Straight up,
oh,
cards were
okay,
dealt the wrong way.
okay. We got a comment from Mr. LeBray Trucking. God said when He finds a wife, He finds a good thing.
That
So
is
I'm
true.
assuming,
That's truth. That's truth.
okay. I'm ass-
But the
uh,
flip side to that is when that good thing goes bad
Woo, woo.
and you want to get rid of her,
Uh oh.
then another song comes to mind. It's cheaper to
Uh
keep her.
oh. Man,
So that's a bad deal for me at that point.
it's cheaper to keep her. A bad deal. I think
I
it's
mean,
a. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, I mean, and that's kind of an interesting point. I've always said that, look, if relationships tend to fail, I mean, there's a high rate of failure. Probably getting into these relationships with the wrong mindset. We should be sort of like getting into them. I mean, it's sad to say that, knowing that this is going to be a journey that's only going to go so far, and at some point when you split, to find some way to do it amicably. I mean, one thing I hate most about people just knocking down and creating all these relationships and stuff like that is that when a relationship ends, they may have their set of friends, you have your set of friends. You might lose some good set of friends that just have to tie into the other person. So, it'd be better. I always say that, look, we need allies, not adversaries. I'd rather people just be on good terms. People tend to be so hostile with exes. I hate creating more exes than having more hostility. We got a village. We need to be working together. So we need to figure out some way that, we can still be decent and peaceful and whatever, and working together post relationship.
Post relationship.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
we
agree
got
with that.
we got a comment from Miss Baxter. Truth be told, people grow apart. What you must do if you give a damn is find your core value. Okay, I could understand that, and I could say, being in a marriage for 24 years, that there was times where me and my wife grew apart because sometimes we evolve and change, and you have to have a base or a foundation to keep it. Because I know that I have not always been a good deal to my wife. When she looking at me, she didn't plan on marrying somebody who would become a Muslim when she's Christian, and then somebody who would become an atheist. And so she might look at it like, oh man, this is not what I signed up for. And no, but we had that foundation, that base that we feel that we have in the sense of we love our children, we wanted them to be successful, and we both agreed that they would be most successful with both of their parents there. So we stuck together, and then in the long run, all those changes and evolutions really wasn't as big as you would think it is when you're young and feel like, oh, no way would I be married to an atheist man, but that's how you got to work it. So we got some more comments I'm going to read real quick. We got Pam, Miss Baxter. Do you want a partner that you want to build with or another chicken head? Okay. Then she say, truth, but you both signed up for a family. Yes. Okay.
Hmm.
Yes, yes. So what's your take? Who? What we got? What we got?
All right, y'all. So I guess we're gonna wrap it up. Is marriage a bad deal for men? We're gonna wrap it up. Everybody gave their take on it, right?
Well, it's not a bad deal.
Okay, I was gonna say let's wrap it up with a yes or a no. Each
Yeah,
one of us give a yes or a no.
It's not a bad deal. You know, you bargain what you get for. Just make sure you make sure what you understand what you're bargaining for and what you're up to and what you're going to commit to. Because when it comes down to it, no matter how messed up things get, if both people are committed, they can push through and figure it out. I mean, if one person is doing all the work, that's the definition of an abusive relationship, and it's probably not going to work.
So your answer is no. It's not a bad deal.
Not a bad deal.
Okay, First Lady.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Mr. JC.
I say no.
Mr. L. Pooh.
Not a bad deal.
Okay, I agree. So we all on this forum agree that marriage is not a bad deal for men. So men, keep getting married. Keep rolling them dice. you might lose 50. You might lose 50.
When you ready for it.
When you ready.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, we're gonna fall into our next topic, y'all. Why men can't handle what they dish out.
Ooh. Let's start it off by asking, what do men dish out? First Lady, you want to be the first to speak on that? What do men dish out that we can't handle?
Lies. No. That's not how we're supposed to go. Start this topic off and you come throwing a twist.
Who supposed to start it off?
JC, I'm grabbing my teeth because I'm waiting to hear.
All right, let's go, JC. Let's go.
I didn't know I was supposed to. I didn't know I was supposed to start it off.
I just passed the ball to the player. You got your jersey on, so come on.
Hey, First Lady,
head on the swivel
with that tea. She's smooth with that tea today. All right,
let's go.
We're gonna say I don't know. I can't say. You know, I bow for my problems. You know what I'm saying? So whatever I do, I can't say I get upset if somebody else does it back to me. So, eye for eye, tooth for tooth. I'm the type of person, and if I do something, I can't get upset if somebody else does it back. That's just me.
Okay, we got let me get the comments real quick. Miss Baxter says lies, the silent treatment, sexless nights. Oh, we can go all day. Is that what is men doing that?
Exactly.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Nice Guy.
Nice, but somebody coming for it.
Man.
Well, see, that's the thing about it. I never really kind of understood how like a dude will be sitting there playing his female, just sitting there, just playing the field. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The lies, all these little games. And if his female does the same thing, he feels like extra betrayed. And I'm not, I don't even get that. My thing is fundamentally this. Look, we don't own anybody. We only own ourselves. So we shouldn't be treating people like possessions and stuff like that. People probably need to open up and consider some potential things. If you feel the need to be doing this other stuff, they feel need to be doing something, you guys might want to evolve the nature of your type of relationship. But the bottom line is you should never lie. If you can just keep everything 100, you guys should be able to agree with what you can or can't do. That's not necessarily traditional. Because, again, there's polygamy. There's all these type of relationships where just people just do what they do. I mean, at the end of the day, you be grown, but be safe. Be careful, be responsible, be honest. And you got your desires. You know what you like. They do too. Everybody needs to just talk about it. Let's stop hiding this stuff. Bring all the freakness to the forefront. Make a contract. Understand what it's going to be and be what it's going to be. Be grown. Right.
All right, we got another comment. We got another comment. La Brea Trucker. Men are like eggs. Hard on the outside and gooey on the inside. I can't take what I dealt in the past. Okay, I somewhat agree with that. I think a lot of times, it is about possession. And if you out there sleep with other women, you don't feel possessed or like you really doing something bad. But somebody get with your girl, oh my God, it's a horrible feeling. You feel violated, like it's almost like it feel like they got you. You know what I'm saying? So I understand why we can't handle that type of dishing out. But we got another comment. As we grow, we learn. We all want to be treated with respect, love, and happiness. Focus on the breakdown. It's deeper than lust. Thank you.
Yeah, don't forget the lust though. That's important too.
Well, the real reason why men can't handle what they dish out is because number one, you might be immature. Number two, men have pride. We have pride, and once you mess with our pride, it affects us in a certain way. Now, it's another thing too. Do as I say, not as I do. You know what I'm saying? You can't do what I do, because if you do what I do, then something wrong. Because I'm so prideful, I can do whatever I want to do. I can do anything to you, treat you any old kind of way, but when you treat me that way, it hurts. And it's just
hey.
Really?
It's just having that mirror.
Get him, first lady. Get him, first lady. Get him.
Hold on.
Get him.
We don't want to have that mirror held up to us. We don't want to show. We don't want to be showing what it is that we're giving out, because when it does comes back and we feel that hurt, we just can't take it. That's what it is. We just ain't built for that.
Okay.
Get him, first lady.
We can handle the hurt. We can, just because our backbones are strong, we're supposed to tolerate that pain that you guys inflict on us. And when you say it's wrong, no, it's wrong when you guys do wrong. So
it's wrong
when they guys do wrong.
And it's more to just the cheating thing. Like, men feel like they can go out and stay out as late as they want, but women, we gotta walk like a lady, think like a lady, act like a lady at all times, even though we're not doing wrong. But we may want to go to breakfast with the girls or something after the club if we went out, but you guys can't handle that either. It's not just about cheating. There's a whole list we can write down about what men cannot issue out. You guys can't even issue out what we wear when we walk out the door. But you can wear what you want to wear when you walk. You can wear your little slingshot wife beater t-shirts and showing your muscles or whatnot. As soon as a woman walking out the door showing a little cleavage. Wait. It's another blouse. Put that on. No. He straight said the hurt, the pain, like it feels good.
Man.
Hurt. Come on now.
The pain from him saying that.
I need to put your picture on a dartboard and just throw some darts in the target. You need to feel the pain and understand it's not a feeling for women.
Some people don't dish that out, so I'm gonna put it out there, like that's just not my way.
Disclaimer out there.
But
what you mean? Don't dish what out?
I'm just saying that it's never. I'm never been comfortable with telling one person something just for the sake of me getting something and lying to somebody else. I mean, as a policy, I never lie, so everybody knows me. They know, like, look, we're not gonna do certain things around here. We're not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna snitch on you. But the bottom line is, someone comes to me and I don't tell them the answer that you want them to hear, they're going to know. So if you know I don't lie, if we just put that out there, it allows me to function in a certain way where all that BS just goes to the side. So, I mean, again, I ain't trying to play it around. I ain't trying to do all that stuff. Again, if that's what you want, some people don't care if the other person does. I mean, we can talk about, some people like to bring up everybody's favorite Kanye. I remember he was talking about the video with Kim. And he watched it and enjoyed watching it.
God.
Well, I'm just saying that people are different. There's this thing called being like a cuckold. Some people are into that stuff. Cuckold. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I'm saying that, huh?
What is a cuckold?
Oh, you might have to Google that, brother. No, it's a person that watches.
While
other people perform. Okay. I'm just saying that
I didn't know they had a name for that.
Yeah, that's an actual term. So but I say all that to say that because a lot of these rich people, these celebrities, they do all type of salacious, crazy stuff, and they know what people are. Those people know what their spouses are doing, what they're getting into, and they've accepted it. And some of it is just because they want to keep that lifestyle, and they don't feel like they have like much choice or say in it. But there are some people that are swingers and they do exactly what they want. They know what they want. I'm just saying that grown folks, if you're gonna be grown, don't do something that you can't handle being done to you. Period.
Yeah.
Sounds like Kanye is a big freak.
Okay, we got a comment. She says he enjoyed it and later felt emasculated. I'm assuming she's talking about Kanye West.
Yeah, once homeboy did that song, but I had her first. Yeah, that's disrespectful.
Ray J. Okay.
Yeah,
man.
So
Well, y'all done. We gonna wrap it up on this topic, or y'all got something else to add to it?
I think we got.
I repeat. Not everybody's out there. Not everybody's about doing all that stuff. I'm the golden rule type person. Do unto others as you have them do unto you. And again, that other person, they not my possession. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. If we're gonna establish what's acceptable to me, you cross that boundary, then we'll have to attack and deal with that. But again, I don't. Grown up is grown ups. I don't own anybody. You do what you got to do, and we'll figure out what we figure out.
Facts. We're going to move into these shout outs right quick. La Brea Trucking, Homies Way Car Club, Tunnel Vision, Black August Studios, Wukusu, Wake Up, Clean Up, Stand Up, and Disney Magical Adventures. Appreciate y'all tapping into the Focus Up Show. Please continue to support, subscribe, and we want to say Kilo 2 and Nola J. You can find their music on all music platforms. Thank y'all for y'all support. And please continue to subscribe and like the show. And yeah, we're going to move on to our next topic of the day.
Hey, I'm sorry. Before you do that, I told you to Google that word. Make sure you Google that word definition. Don't just Google that word and videos come. Right. Be very careful about what you Google.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to jump into our next topic. At what point do you give up on love?
Go.
I mean, when you say it like that, that's like, are you not willing to forgive? Is that what that means? You know what I mean? Because if you love something, you're gonna, I think you're gonna give that love a second chance. You know what I mean? Sometimes that love goes all the way to a third chance. Depends on how deep the love is. But
Miss Baxter said never.
I don't know about that, because when it gets physical, then it gets physical, it gets verbal, and the abuse starts playing a part. Then yeah, love should definitely be gave up on.
Well,
you know
I think not to be cutting you off, but to deal with what she's saying. I think what she's saying, and I agree. If she's saying never give up on love, but there is, like you said, there's a time to give up on a person, on who you give that love to. But I'm sorry. Go ahead and continue.
Nah, you could keep on.
I'm just saying that I fundamentally, look, do not let the failures of other people regulate your righteousness. You know what I'm saying? Just don't give up on something just because of the examples that you're exposed to. Love is going to serve you, whether it's like a romantic relationship love that you have just for regular people, whatever. I mean, at the end of the day, don't let bad experiences, blind you to the fact that, something out there still worthy and deserving of love. Your children are deserving of love. Your family's deserving of love. The people that love you back, they're deserving of love. And honestly, even your enemies are deserving of love after a fashion.
Even your enemies are deserving of love after what?
No, I don't know about that love your enemy thing. I don't know. We're going
after what you said. After what? A fashion?
Don't give them your energy. You know what I'm saying? Don't get caught up in the negativity of the next person. I can still be sympathetic to the fact that you're a human being that doesn't quite understand where I'm coming from. For like example, I remember after a certain show, certain people kind of came after me after Noriega topic that didn't quite understand where I was coming from. And I'm just saying, I don't take that stuff personal. It's just that I understand that you didn't understand where I was coming from. So the fact that someone is your enemy or your adversary in the moment, it may be subject to misunderstanding. So again, I'm going to defend myself at all times, like not like that. I'm talking about in a real violent type situation. That's, I'm not going to be kumbaya. I'm going to be quick to end the situation expeditiously, as T.I. would say. But I mean, the fact of the matter is, people have an opportunity to be something other than what they are. So sometimes a bad situation now can be a better situation later. Leave that avenue open, but defend yourself, protect your neck at all times.
We got the comments. It says, I'm assuming that word should be love of self brings true love of others. Then we got the Brea Trucking. If it's love, you can't intentionally give up on it. When you have love of self, you can protect yourself from toxicity. That's my man. He's the Baxter Whisperer. I think she's talking about Mr. Nice Guy. I think we got a matchmaker. We're gonna Focus Up show gonna become a matchmaking show.
Hold up a second. Now don't give me no trouble.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm sorry, Miss Baxter. He's married. My bad. Enemies from a distance. Go ahead. Families are notorious for this.
Oh.
Go ahead. Go ahead. At the same time.
Enemies from a distance. Families are notorious for this. It's practice. Okay. Did she say laughing my ass off? All right.
Still, yeah. No, it's that that love. Again, they don't regulate love. That's the thing about it. You don't let other people regulate your, when you like just be having a grudge against somebody, you giving them energy, you giving them occupation. It's sort of like people hating on you. And, you just can't be occupied with that stuff. It's not like I'm saying that it doesn't matter. I'm just saying that you can't focus on it. Focus up on something more important.
Yeah. Well, that's true. Okay. The whole point, I think the bottom line is never give up on love. And if you can't be with the one you love the one you with.
Hey man, them songs do good by you, man. You've learned.
In my life.
I'm taking notes.
That's cool. Cool.
First lady.
Oh, I thought I got skipped on this one. And I agree. You don't give up on love. If you open to receive love, you just wait for love. Eventually, it will come. It may not come when we want it to come, but it definitely will come. And that's all I have to say. Because El Pooh just nailed it. He should have gave himself a horn.
Here it comes.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, so at what point do you give up on love? I guess that's the answer is never, right?
That's some of our answers. I don't know if everyone.
I think we all agree. Does anybody agree? Well, what do you? I kind of no. Floyd, JC.
I'll say you should. I say you do give up on love.
See?
If that shit ain't working. If it ain't working, toss it out the window.
But do you give up on it permanently though? Do you give up on love permanently, or you just give up on that person? That's the real question at hand. Do you give up on love permanently, or you just give up on an individual?
Give up.
Yeah, love is bigger than the individual. That was my whole point. You wasn't listening.
That's
bigger
why
than the individual.
Just say never.
Okay. Okay, I'll say no then. You don't give up on love.
See, look at that. There you go. But you definitely give up on a bad situation. You got to cut your losses at some point.
Yeah.
You do.
Okay.
You gotta make it make sense.
Don't toss your pearls before swine.
All right. Seriously though, we are all individuals walking through our pain. Love makes the world go round. Never love. What that's never love?
Never give up on love. Never give up on love.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. That's what's up.
Toxic person. Yeah, give up on the toxic person.
Okay. Yeah, basically. Bottom line on that one. We're gonna move on to the next topic. Is it wrong for a female to ask a man out?
Ooh. No. Dive right in before y'all attack me. No. It is not wrong for a female to ask a man out. A closed mouth never gets fed or heard. If you feeling the guy and you into the guy, whether he rejects you or not, the only way you're gonna ever find out is to ask, because he may never ask. No, it's not wrong.
No,
What?
no, it's not wrong. It's not wrong at all. In fact, I like when a woman asks me out and want to take me shopping and want to take me to dinner. Like that. I ain't got no problem with that at all. I love it.
That ask you out, not go on a shopping spree.
Hey, that might come with it. Hey, I'm just saying, if you want to do all this, let's go. You know what I'm saying? I have no problem with it. Go ahead, knock yourself out.
So it doesn't matter where she takes you out to. If it's to Mickey D's, you cool with that?
Hey, Mickey D's, I can get me a Big Mac. You can probably get you
they
one.
Sell lobster at Mickey D's. Is that we can still get a contract going with something on the menu at Mickey D's?
It's the thought that counts. Maybe she don't have it like that. I don't expect her to take me to wherever the bistro is, whatever. But if she asks me out, I don't have a problem with that at all. I don't feel offended. I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, I don't see nothing wrong with it.
Oh, excuse me, real quick. I'm sorry. So that's okay to do as you do and not as you say.
Oh, got you. El Pooh.
I don't get it. I'm just saying.
Because you said that a minute ago.
Hey, it is. No, that was the younger me. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
The first thing I said was immature, prideful, and all that stuff. I grew out of that.
Okay.
He's an evolved being now. Yeah. What were you about to say? Was it JC or was it Floyd who was about to say something?
JC.
I was gonna say, I don't think it's nothing wrong with a female asking a man out, but how often does that happen? So therefore, when a female do ask a man out, that man's gonna be like, "What did you say?" Because it don't happen that often. You'll be wondering, what's her objective? What's behind her asking me out? Because it just don't happen that often.
Same objective that you have, man.
But at the same time, people getting robbed out there. You know what I mean? I think it's a big difference when a female asking you out, because you really got to take that into consideration and say, okay, it doesn't happen often. Why is she, at the same time, like I said, I don't think there's nothing wrong with it, but you just gotta, proceed with caution. That's all I would say.
So that's a red flag for you if a female asks you out?
Not necessarily, but it's gonna raise a red flag. Yeah, it probably would in these days. Yeah.
So
if I didn't know her, yeah.
That's interesting. So we should always have red flags when men ask us out, because, like El Pooh said, the motive could be pretty much the same.
You should have red flags because this could be like a violent, terrible person. So I mean, everybody should be on guard. Not just the fact that you're being asked out, but I mean being protective of yourself or what you're getting into. Because everybody acts all nice in the beginning, and then ultimately that stuff comes to bear over the course of being exposed to a person.
Let me say this: what if it's a female you know?
Okay, well that's
I've been around before, and
that's a little bit more relaxing to me. That's a little bit more familiar to me. You know what I mean? Than a female that I just met. You know what I mean? And want to ask me out to go to this hotel or whatever the case may be. I'm gonna be a lot leery about that one.
Okay, so you have a problem if you're in a club somewhere and a female come approach you and trying to get to know you or offer to buy you a drink or something?
Don't be suspect. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because where I come from, that don't happen. So I'm going to be, you know what I
mean? He said it don't happen to him. He's saying it don't happen to him. It don't happen to me neither.
You know what I mean?
Or it didn't. Shouldn't say I'm not on the market like that, but I would say that there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, a lot of people sort of like leave stuff on the table. You never know, because some people are not very aggressive. And you may feel some type of way like that's something that if this guy doesn't step to you, that you feel like, oh, this, okay, that's a red flag that I don't like about him. But I mean, there might be something there. So I always say, do whatever you need to do to pursue all your avenues to potentially pursue something worth pursuing. So I would say, go ahead and do that. If I was like on the free market, I would appreciate it actually very much. So, yeah, I support it.
Mr. Floyd.
I say absolutely yes. It's wrong for a woman to ask a man out. When I was younger, it was flattering. And you think you're handsome or you cute. A dude think he cute when a woman asks about, oh man, okay, yeah, okay. But as an older man, I don't want my daughter asking no man out. Zero.
Mm,
If they don't
mm.
approach you, don't act like you thirsty and trying to approach them. That's the man's job to approach the woman. That's my take on it. No, women don't ask no man out.
I'll say like this: go
Bam,
for
bam, bam,
what you know.
bam.
Go for what
I,
you want.
That's an interesting
Uh
take.
oh,
That's an
first
interesting
lady,
take.
first lady want that match. First lady want that. You want to go? Let's go, first lady.
Hey, for you first, like, any woman can do whatever she wants to do. You know, as far as asking a man out, there's nothing wrong with that. But the thing is, you got to understand this though. Don't try to control a man because you had taken him out or did something for him, something like that. Do not try to control me with that. You know what I'm saying? You feel where I'm coming from. And Floyd X, your background was loud.
I
Okay,
know you got
okay.
all type of screaming and stuff.
Got the kids back there getting whooped and everything. But yeah, I mean, just don't try to control me. You know, if you want to pamper me or take me out or spend some money or some time and stuff like that, that's all good. That's the same thing with a man. If a man is taking a woman out and doing what he does, sometimes they think they can actually control a woman with that also. So it works both ways. You can take me out and do all that stuff, but you cannot control me. Let me make that point.
Yeah, just don't purchase that lobster because that means something.
there could be situations where a man may be interested in a female and he's afraid of rejection. He may want to ask, or both parties might be interested in each other, and one might just leap faster than the other and ask.
That's why I said people leave stuff on the table.
Nothing wrong with it. Works either way for me.
As long as
Yeah,
you
I
get
don't
there.
see nothing wrong with it.
As long as you
It
get
just
there.
didn't- It just doesn't happen often where I come from. So
It doesn't happen often for you, JC.
I was gonna say the same thing. Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
you can say that. Yeah, it
Hey,
doesn't happen
JC, apparently
often
you and
for
I,
me.
we're not on that level.
Yeah, exactly. We're not the one. You know what I mean?
Man,
I wish I
I've
was the
seen it a
one,
lot.
but I'm not the one. You know what I mean?
Man,
But we're gonna keep it moving, y'all. Shoot. Our females. No,
No,
excuse me. Family support. My bad. Family support.
who want to elaborate on that?
Yeah, I'll jump on this one because we talk about family supporting people. Our family supporting people like they should be. Particularly in our communities. I always think about like my neighbors. I've had two sets of families live next door to me. One was some type of Latin American, the other one was some type of Pacific Asian. They don't just have a mother, father, kid type situation. You got brothers, a married father, a married husband, wife, child, another a sibling, married, whatever. I mean, you got multiple families in one home that are sort of like combining their resources, that are expanding their purchase power, their ability to rent, and all this other stuff. I mean, they basically run their families like a corporation. That's kind of a leg up on what I've pretty much seen in most Black communities, because I mean, everybody's kind of for themselves. They're just you don't get that type of support. We would probably go a longer ways if we did better about preparing ourselves to be adults after 18 and still providing that assistance or whatever as needed for responsible people.
It's real talk.
I'm big on family support because that's what was instilled into my family. I come from a very supportive family, and not just financial on all levels. It doesn't matter where we need the support in our family. And I'm not talking about immediate families. I'm talking about first, second, third cousins, great aunts, all that. We support each other on all levels because it's needed. If we need someone to pick up someone's kid from school, that's going to happen. If on a financial level, if you're short on a bill, we're going to come together and we're going to get that bill paid. If you need food in the house, we're going to make sure you get food in the house. If somebody is having a graduation, we're going to attend that graduation. We're going to attend that marriage. We're going to be there emotionally, mentally, and physically. That's just how I was raised. That's how my what I instilled in my children. So I'm very big on family support, and I think everyone should be. From the way I was raised, blood really is thicker than water. And a family that prays together is a family that stays together. And I come from a praying family.
Amen.
I do too. Pray with an E.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I agree. Family ain't like it used to be back in the day when the fathers wasn't around. Uncles take out the nephews, step up to the plate. When moms wasn't around, the aunties stepped up to the plate. Now it just seems like everybody's for self. You got some family members that quickly like somebody else's post before they like your post or stuff like that. It's just changed up a little bit during my generation growing up. And like I say, uncles ain't uncles like they were back in the day. Aunties ain't aunties like they were back in the day. Grandmas and grandpas are not grandmas and grandpas like they were back in the day. I don't know. It just seems like everybody's going in their own opposite directions. But like Mr. Nice Guy said, just to piggyback off what you said, as far as the Hispanic community, yeah, they do break it down like you said. You know what I mean? And it is support after 18. Our culture, well, where I come from, 18, you out the house. You out there trying to get what you got to get. Ain't no staying up in the house and trying to lay up and this and that. No, 18. If you ain't in school, you got to get out. Got to go do something. But like I said, I don't know where it's winding up at, but our culture, we really need to get back in tune with our own. And like First Lady said, family that prays together stays together. I truly believe that, and I think that is a major part that plays in a lot of families.
Yeah. Well, the family dynamic has changed over the years. That's for sure. A lot of things has changed, though. I mean, I remember when we was growing up, when the holidays came, we went to my grandmother's house, and my grandmother and my great aunt, they used to always cook everything. We always sat at the table. We don't really have that. Over the years, we kind of lost that. And part of the reason is a lot of us are dying off, young too. I had a homegirl, I was telling y'all a few months ago, a couple months, 2-3 months ago, that died. She was only early 40s. And she had grandkids already. You know what I'm saying? She started having kids very, very young. And, and for her to have her grandkids, to see her die at 40, and my grandmother died like 80 something. You know what I'm saying? We just not living long enough, long as we used to. That kind of throws it off. When the crack came and all that stuff, that kind of threw everything off. People are selling their homes. When people die and they have the property, the people, that's got it left behind, they'll sell it. That's why we don't really have too many homes in the neighborhood like we used to. That's why the black community is not still the black community like it used to be. It's a lot of Hispanics, and now you even got white people and Chinese people and all kinds of into the ghetto. You know what I'm saying? They see it's cheap. Yeah, for real.
Yeah. The old neighborhood is completely different now.
The neighborhood I grew up in don't look nothing like it did when I was growing up. And that it's just not that it looks the same. The people aren't the same, and just everything's just changed. And us black people, we need to come back together, and we gotta start with a whole lot of things that's going on. One of the things we need to start with is this music. We need to start going back to the old school, whooping some ass. And that's what we need to do.
Yeah. It's a village. We all got to work together. We all got to, we got to figure it out.
Yeah.
We have an incentive to be in a better situation by our controlling our situation.
Yeah, we do. We do, because it's a bad situation going on right now as we speak. Our youth is running wild. There's no respect. So, if the youth is not respecting the community, how are they going to respect a family? And I think that's a vice versa thing. If they're not respecting their family, how are they going to respect the community? And we need more community centers in our community. You know what I mean? Not just Boys and Girls Club, not just YMCAs. We need more community centers in our communities to serve these underprivileged kids that can't afford to get into basketball programs, you know what I mean? To get into football programs, to get into other types of events to keep them out the street. You know what I mean? It's like more liquor stores than anything else in our communities. And that's just the downfall. That's just the downfall.
You got liquor
You know?
stores and churches though. You got churches right next to liquor stores.
Well, some of them is just hustling, so
right.
you know.
You're
But
right.
Some of them are doing good stuff out there. Some of them aren't.
But we got a new mayor in LA, a black mayor,
right.
a woman named
Karen Bass.
Karen Bass.
Salute.
Y'all
Congratulations.
think that's going to have any type of effect or change or anything?
Well, she said she was going to start with the homeless, which I think is a good thing. I don't really see no end in sight for that situation. How do you keep somebody from living on the street?
Yeah, here's the problem. You house all the homeless people, other homeless people gonna come from other places.
Yeah,
you can't stop.
You got a lot of people out there mentally disabled, and I think they're gonna put a law in. They're gonna try to pass a law to, I guess, if you're mentally unfit to be walking around, they're gonna pass a law to where they can grab you and get you the help you need.
Oh, I need some help, man. I know this.
You know, but something needs to be done because, you know, homeless situation is getting out of hand. And when you got Beverly Hills complaining about homeless, yeah. Yes, it's getting out of hand.
And some of these people are like really crazy. I mean, I seen downtown where a lady was pushing a child in a stroller. And she walked by this homeless lady, and the homeless lady reached in the stroller, took the baby out, and slammed the baby on the ground. Now, again, there's no way I would even allow that to get to that point. But my point is that, you know, there's some people out there that is really kind of need whatever help that they can get. And if not, gotta do something to them.
It only take a second for that to happen. I know we do our due diligence and try to stay vigilant. But,
you got it right.
Sometimes that stuff happens. It's so quick of a night. Somebody reach into you, grab your baby. Man, oh my God!
Just looking at my child would have put me on alert.
Right?
That's crazy. Oh man.
Yeah, you never know. A lot of them are walking around not really showing signs, but you got a lot that's showing signs of mental illness, and I think those would be the ones to qualify for the program. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because if they're not putting them into a program, the police are killing them. I think fair.
I think Karen Bass gonna do y'all good in LA. I mean, I've been following her for a long time. I know that she was one of the ones responsible, depending on how you take it, when the Congress or whatever the House, when they got on one knee and all of them had on those what you call those things? Y'all remember that picture?
Yeah, with the white scarf.
Yeah, the black scarf, after the kente cloth. They all had the kente cloth. And she got some backlash for it, but I think
he thinks that it was a good idea. You know, the fact that the airplane is flying over, that's, you know what I'm saying. He supports the strong black sister.
Yeah, I think she's gonna do y'all good. Good luck with that.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if we're gonna be able to jump into this small talk, y'all.
Well, this is a small talk, but I mean, you know.
Well, I want to say something real quick about the homeless situation, and as far as Karen Bass, just with anyone that's in politics, it goes to show action speaks louder than words. But the homeless situation is to be damned if you do, be damned if you don't, because certain communities, they want them to get the homeless off the street, but I'm not sure if you guys are familiar. A couple of months back in East LA, where the old Sears Roebuck was located on Olympic, there were a couple of guys that were coming together. They were originally going to turn that into retail. They decided that they want to turn it into a shelter for the homeless people. And do you know that community petitioned that they do not do that? So it's a be damned if you do, be damned if you don't. Either you want them off the streets or you don't. If they're trying to put these homeless people off the street, where do you want them to put them? And that building been empty for years. Perfect location to put some homeless people. And if they need to get to the hospital, you have the big general, all of that out there. But here you have a community that petitioned for them not to. Even like for us in Hawthorne, you know, the old Hawthorne Mall, that building is abandoned.
It's perfect place. Still there. It's still there, unused.
So do
Humongous
you
property.
really do the communities really want the homeless off the streets or not?
Right.
The main question.
Right.
First lady for mayor.
We're gonna
They
wrap
want
that up.
them out the street, but they
Look,
just don't
I
want them
don't
in
have
their
any
neighborhood.
gray hair, and I want to keep it that way. So no politics for me.
That's what's up. That's what's up. We coming to the end of the Focus Up show. Like always, we appreciate you guys waking up with us this morning, tapping into the Focus Up show. Please like, subscribe, and share the show. And as always, you guys have a safe weekend.
And stay
First
focused.
Lady, El Pooh, Mr. Nice Guy, Mr. X. As always, y'all stay focused.
Peace, fam.